What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video, and I thought I'd do another top 10 countdown for this one because the last video did really well, which is awesome. Appreciate all the support. And for this one, I figured we'd show some love to the NPCs in this game that are out there grinding day in, day out. They got the toughest jobs, and no one really appreciates them. You know, we're alongside them every day in this game, but no one really pays attention to the NPCs. It's all about the other players. So I thought I'd show them a little appreciation and run through some of the hardest working characters in all of RuneScape. Let's jump in. All right, kicking it off, number 10 is going to be Sherlock, the clue scroll guy. Honestly, I put him pretty high up on the list because I'm pretty sure this dude enjoys his job. You know, he's got a little bit of an evil look in his eye. You can tell that he just can't wait to send you over to that werewolf agility course just so you can end up with some rune plate legs. So he deals with a lot of people. He's probably talking to thousands of RuneScape players every single day. That's enough to drive anyone insane. So I do feel bad for him on that front, but he's a sadistic, maniacal man, and he enjoys giving people those kinds of tasks. So he's not really totally doing things for charity like some of the other people on this list. That's why I had to put him at number 10. Okay, moving on up to number 9, we've got the Demon Butler. Now, this guy's got a pretty tough job. He's capable of doing all sorts of things, and all anyone ever asks him to do is just get teak planks, mahogany planks from the bank, maybe go to the sawmill, but look at everything he can do, man. He could serve people tea, he can greet people, and 99.9% of the time, he's just spending his time running back and forth to the bank and the sawmill. I feel bad for him, but he does make pretty good money. And ever since people started training construction with that new mahogany home things, you know, they're not really using him as much. So he's caught a little bit of a break, but you know, this guy has been a huge part of all of our construction training, and we don't really appreciate him enough. I bet you don't even know his name. He does have a name, by the way. It's Alothazrar, and there may be a good reason he doesn't go by that. Number 8 is definitely going to be Advisor Ghrim. This poor guy is just trying to keep the kingdom running. He loves his homeland. He wants to keep it happy, productive, but the king just shows up once a week, chops down a tree, and runs away. And then he's stuck with every logistical nightmare of running this place. He's got to explain to the mining guy why he's got to break his back every day getting coal, while the fisherman doesn't have to do anything but sit on his ass because the king doesn't want any of the fish. And the whole time he's got to stand next to Vargas and like look at Vargas. He's got to smell bad. That's just a terrible work environment. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't filed a complaint with HR yet, but we love him. We're proud that he's standing there chugging on, getting us our resources. So major shout out, Advisor Ghrim. You're the man. Number 7 is Big Red Japan. This guy, this absolute hero, has been standing on every rooftop course for 10 years now. And he's just waving along, congratulating everyone as they finish the course. All of them are bots. He's probably never, ever gotten a wave back. In fact, we owe him that. Let's give him one right now because this guy, he has been cheering everyone on through every agility grind. What a homie. No pay, nothing. Pure charity work. Doing God's work out here at Big Red Japan. Had to shout you out. Moving up here to number 6, we've got the Sawmill Operator. Now, this is one very busy man. Everyone who wants to make planks, they got to go through him. I guess if you're using the Lunar Plank Make spell, that's made his life a lot easier, but either people are coming to him directly or they're sending their butlers, and this dude is processing probably hundreds of thousands of logs every single day into planks, and that's not an easy job. He's got to pull out the saw, he's got to do it himself. He doesn't even have time to clean up all this sawdust, so he's a busy dude. He gets paid well, so we can't put him super high on the list because he has become a very, very rich man from doing all of this. Not a philanthropist, but he is a grinder, and as a scaper, I have to pay respect to that. Okay, with number 5, I think we step it up a pretty significant amount here because these are the Pyromancers at the Winter Tote. And these poor guys have a truly terrible job. They've got to sit there, they get pelted by snow, the braziers break, they get hit by steel, literally knocked off their feet, physically injured. That's a brutal job, but that's not even the worst part. These guys have been subjected for years on end now to a constant stream of horrifying public chat at the Winter Tote. Nobody knows how many unspeakable, awful things have been said to these people over the years, and they're still there. They're quite literally saving the world from an endless storm, and they would be forgiven if at this point they figured they should just let the world end, because they've probably heard just the absolute worst that humanity has to offer. And I would understand if they decided that, nah, the storm can just kill everyone. But they are true heroes. They're still soldiering on, still keeping us safe, getting hit, damaged all the time, but their watch never ends. Heroes. Moving up to number 4, we've got Bardor. He's a true Fremnik hero. This guy has been tucked away deep in the Dagannoth caves, not even on the way to kill the Dagannoth kings, just in his own area. Since 2005, he has been locked in an eternal battle with these Dagannoth fledglings. Never had a single break. He gets to interact with people very occasionally for the newer Fremnik quest they added. I think you have to come talk to him, but from 2005 to call it 2020 or so, I don't think he interacted with a single human being. He had 15 years of constant fighting. So this dude's experience has to be off the charts. I think he needs to be an honorary member on the high scores because he has never stopped grinding, and we love him. Coming in strong at number 3, ladies and gentlemen, it has got to be the Insatiable Bloodvelds, the superior version of the Bloodveld, because, I mean, come on, look at that. That ass doesn't happen by mistake. It's not chance. That is hard work. That is dedication. These things have to be at the squat rack 8, 10 hours a day. I mean, you can see it when you're zoomed all the way out on your client, but when you get in close, that's just when it's absolutely absurd. These things are putting in work. We need to recognize it. And if you're wondering if I spent a whole day on 2 accounts trying to get a task just to make that joke, then to you I would say, what do you think number 2 is going to be? The runner up here at number 2, and it hurts to put these people at number 2 because they work so hard, but it's going to be the dwarves. And I grouped the dwarves in the Motherlode Mine and the dwarves in the Blast Furnace together. They've both got pretty terrible jobs. Honestly, being a dwarf in this game is kind of the equivalent of being like a Victorian age child. They work all day, every day, terrible conditions. These guys are just in a mine shaft, dark mining constantly, no breaks. All they ever say is pay dirt. They must be clinically insane. It's all they can say. And it's no better in the blast furnace. You know, that place has got to be hot. They've got a giant pit of lava in the middle, and they're all doing manual labor. But the world could never run without them. We need their ores to alch stuff. So the number 1 guy, and this is just not even close, it absolutely has to be Bert the Sandman. I feel terrible for this guy, Bert, and that's because if you do the Elite Arduino Diary, then you get an automatic delivery of 84 buckets of sand to your bank, right? So I did a little quick math because I was just curious how much work this guy is doing. And there's over 180,000 people on the high scores with at least 85 agility, which is the hardest requirement for the Elite Diary. So let's say about half of them, let's call it 100,000 people, have the other requirements and have the Elite Diary done. That means there's 100,000 people getting 84 buckets of sand delivered to their bank every day. And this run, I just ran it and timed it because I was curious what this guy is going through. It takes 2 minutes and 7 seconds to fill up all of the buckets of sand, walk to the bank in Yannel, and then walk back to the sand pit. So that guy, he's doing this 300,000 times every day. Something doesn't add up there. You know, there's only about 1,400 minutes in a day. So every single day that goes by, this man is in debt for over 500,000 minutes. He is going to be walking from the sandpit to the bank and back until the heat death of RuneScape. He will never stop. His soul is gone. But he is helping so many people make molten glass, and that is a worthy pursuit. We salute you, Bert, and I'm sorry for what you're going through. All right, well, that's the list. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun making this one. And if you think I left anyone off, let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe. Hit over 100 subscribers off the last video, so that's awesome. Appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, just let me know what you think. I tried to add some variety. There's definitely, like, you could say bankers work hard, but they kind of just stand there and don't really do much. So I was thinking of people that are kind of out there working hard. Sherlock, I guess, doesn't really do much other than just give you awful tasks. But hopefully, it was a good mixture of mini games and just kind of different NPCs. Let me know who you think deserves to be on the list down below. See you in the next one.